Hey, Jess the Milford Photo guy here with a old friend. Look at him. This is a old Mamiya C33 that's been around in my little collection. A little ragged at the edges here, but it's a good example of medium format camera technology from the 60s, 1960s. And these Mamiya cameras, twin lens reflex cameras as they were called, were really the workhorse of the wedding and in a lot of ways photojournalistic and art, even street photography genres, you know, for a generation. Very simple, robust, took 120 roll film or 220 roll film, 12 or 24 pictures. Imagine when we only had that many per roll to use. And people made probably millions, if not billions, of frames, great looking frames from them. And they were interchangeable lens cameras. It's called a twin lens camera because you actually have two lenses when you bought these cameras. You have a viewing lens, which you would look through with a waist level finder like so. Hey, how are you? I see you there. And then you had a taking lens right below it. And by and large, you got an accurate view of what you were getting. You'd focus, and if you can see this here, look at this. You had bellows that actually came out, sort of a throwback to the old days. You could focus very close, but when you focus close, you kind of had to make a bit of an adjustment because you were looking through one lens and actually taking pictures with another, so you had to tilt it down to make the picture work. Those were the days, huh? As opposed to DSLRs now, digital single lens reflex. Single lens reflex cameras had been around, well, for quite some time, give or take World War II vintage. But when you look through the optical viewfinder on your SLR camera, you're actually looking through the picture-taking lens. These things have gone the way of the dodo by and large. Although they've experienced a bit of a resurgence, certainly on eBay and Craigslist, you could pick one up for a couple $100 maybe with a normal 80mm lens. And you can still find places like Milford Photo to process your 120 film and get some throwback old school, really great looking images out of it. Of course, completely manual exposure and no light meter in it, so you'd have to get a handheld light meter. And film back in the old days used to come with a little sheet of suggested shutters and apertures mated to the kind of ASA or film speed that you had purchased. So that's how you did it back in those days. You know, a big user of the twin lens reflex and maybe a famous name would be Diane Arbus. And if you know, Google her and you can see some of her images. She just really made some artful slice of life and street scene photography with this big, heavy camera, but worth it when you get images like that in the end, carry it around. Hey, thanks for letting me share my little trip down memory lane here. As always, thanks for watching. And get out there and take and make great pictures. We'll see you soon.